Hey guys, so I'm actually having to redo this intro because I messed it all up, but it happens. I'm not even going to stress myself over it. So if you see the twins behind me up there, my bad. But yeah, so we're going to be actually opening and reviewing the Shadow High twins, Naomi and Veronica Storm, and just giving them a really good look over. I know this video kind of comes in the middle of my dinosaur pajama series. I honestly, I knew that I was going to be looking for them, but I can't even say that video is wholly expected because I wasn't sure I was going to find them. I kept looking at Target for the twins. I had the barcode for them. I called, I checked Brickseek, and basically because they weren't really like in the system wholly, like Brickseek wasn't really very much help. So I did end up finding them, but it was more of a case of just having to go store to store. I looked for them pretty much since I found Ainsley and the Series 4 girls, and just now found them today, and that's with checking like multiple stores. So if you haven't found the twins yet, be patient. They should be here like literally to your area any day now. They are definitely worth the find. Okay, bear with me. With these two dolls being $70 for the 2-pack, if you broke it down and each doll was $35, they would kind of be worth it. Like, they are really nice. If you can find them with no facial flaws, the clothing and accessories are really, really cool. Depending on how, look, I'm an MGA fan, but I don't consider myself a stan because you guys know if it's junk, I'm going to call it out. I don't love Veronica's outfit. Like, the weird coat thing is not my vibe. But Naomi stuff is definitely my cup of tea. If each of these dolls were $35 under a normal basis, I would just be like, yeah, okay. I mean, it's more than I'd want to pay. Because right now, for, between $29 and $32, you can pretty much get a Rainbow High or Shadow High doll, but they come with 2 outfits, and these guys only come with 1. They don't come with any of the cool trunks and stuff that the Rainbow High dolls did, etc. So it is a stretch, but they're really nice. Like, honestly, I wouldn't hate paying $35 for them each. I just wouldn't be thrilled about it. And that's kind of where I sit with the $70. So for a while there, so they sold at the pop-up for $70 each. For $70 for them, and I think Ainsley was $60, something like that. Yeah. So not the best, but not the worst. And then they showed up in Targets, and I think Ainsley was like 50. What did I say? She was $49.99, something like that. Yeah, and the twins were like $51.99. So those people who found them early got them at a really good price. And then just recently, Targets have been catching on and putting them at the same price as what they were at the pop up, which is garbage. Leave the price alone. It was bad enough as it was. But anyway, so now these guys are 70 and Ainsley's are being found for like 60. I'm not thrilled about it. I'm not even gonna lie. Ainsley, look, I get that when Avery came out like 2 years ago, whatever, there was a reason for her to be cheaper because it was 2 years ago. We weren't dealing with as much of the shipping crisis and all the crazy stuff that we are now. I get that. But Avery came with that cool clothing stand and all those cool boxes and all the extra shoes and clothes. And Ainsley does have a lot of really cool extra clothes that are very nice quality. There's some cute pieces. Not everything is my favorite, and a lot of it, like I said, it's got that pleather. It's not going to last forever. I feel like when you look at Ainsley being $10 more with so much less, it's kind of insulting. But it's the same way with the twins. Holly and Poppy were like, I think $49.99, and they had all of the cool little boxes, and they had extra pairs of shoes each, and they had, I think that's it, like, but the boxes and the shoes and the hangers and like whatever. So these twins, while their clothes are a lot cooler and they have a lot more pieces and more accessories, and you can kind of see where it balances out, it balances out. That doesn't mean make it $20 more. So the prices are a little insulting, honestly. I'm not thrilled about it, but as every MGA fan on Instagram wants to point out lately, look at what Mattel's putting out. So we have the newest Monster High Collector's doll, which is $65. It comes in a very uninspired outfit. The shoes are the coolest thing about it, and they're not even painted. They look like something anybody could draw up on their 3D printer or whatever. But they are really cute. Don't let me take that away. But the material's cheap. She's cute, but she's not $65 cute. She's like 25, maybe 35 if you really want to stretch it. Dollars cute, you know? And so of course, like, all of the MGA stands love to compare to Mattel. That's a thing. So yeah, when you look at that, would I pay $65 for a shoddily made Monster High Collector doll, or 70 for these guys? And yeah, it makes the 70 for these guys seem really, really reasonable. I don't think it's supposed to work like that. But anyway, so we're going to pop those open. Obviously, I already did because here I am refilming my intro. But you guys would see me open them. Check them out with me. I really, really like them. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. Spoiler alert. I actually really like them more than I thought I would. The very first box I picked up had good face. Obviously, if you guys have been following along with Facebook or Instagram doll community, you know that the faces for Series 4 and Ainsley and the twins have been bonked up. Like, somebody just found a pack of twins the other day, or I guess they got them in the mail, maybe they ordered them online, whatever. And I think it was Naomi, had like huge gouges missing out of the plastic, like big, deep scratches. Almost every Series 4 in stores has some kind of defect, smeared paint, uneven eyeliner. Like, some of them are minor, but some of them are really bad. And a lot of it is, okay, yes, you could take a little pointed Q-tip and some acetone. You could fix up their lips or even out some eyeliner, whatever. Should you have to for these prices? That's the question on everybody's mind, but I really don't think that MGA is going to fix it anytime soon because they're constantly trying to put out new stuff. Like, since I've gotten the Pacific Coast dolls, I haven't really had time to sit down and even really, like, look them over and enjoy them because so much other stuff has come out since then. I mean, really, since Series 3 came out, and Series 3 had its own issues with thinning hair, whatever. Then there was Sleepover and Rockstars, but they had their issues. I don't know that Rockstars really had any, except for feeling overpriced because of the junky instruments that nobody really needed. But the Sleepover, Robin had, like, baldness, all of the baldness. So, you know, I don't see that MGA is going to pick up on their quality control anytime soon. And I think if you're a Rainbow High / Shadow High fan hoping for that, you're probably poop out of luck. So let's just open these guys up and enjoy what we can while we can. Okay, you guys, so here they are in their box. It's got their little special edition sticker, little Gemini symbol by their name. Look at those nails. They look really scary. These are definitely not some girls you want to get in a fight with because you're going to get your eye stabbed out. Alright, so it's really sad because with Laurel and Holly, our other set, like our Rainbow High twins, we got those great like acrylic boxes and extra shoes and all of that. And they were $50 for the two of them a year ago. These guys are $70 for two of them, which I will say they have a lot more accessories and kind of cooler clothes. But with the other twins, we got those great acrylic boxes and a second pair of shoes. So it's kind of hard to compare them. You know, they did come with purses. They came with earrings. With this, I guess we get like a headband and the bubble gum. We get the cool extra long nails and, you know, the boots and all of that. So I don't know. Like, it's really kind of hard to compare. Are these worth $70 when those were only $50 like a year ago? I mean, I guess I think they still sell for $50 when they're not on sale. All right. And then from the side of the box, this side says Veronica is a photography focus. As a retired photographer, that should make me thrilled, but I don't love her character in the show, I'm not gonna lie. I know that it's really hard when you watch the show because you're trying not to like or dislike a doll based on how their character behaves on the show. Alright, so, and Naomi is an art direction focus. She's actually my favorite of the two twins. Like, to be honest, I think she's just the prettier of the two. which is crazy because they're twins, but not all twins look exactly alike, obviously. The back of the box is gorgeous. I'm super hyped to add that to like my little back of the box art collection. I'm still missing, like I said, series 1. I think I might be missing Avery's trunk box. I'm missing series 1 of Maya and the cheer doll. So if anybody has those back of boxes and you're like not in need of it, I would be more than happy to pay to take them off your hands and have them shipped to me because I'd love them very much. All right, and then you've got, the whole like meet the Storm Sisters. They rule the catwalk and the hallways of Shadow High. And it just says it in like a couple of different languages. All right, you guys. So they're pretty easy to open. We're just going to cut the tape along the edges of the boxes. Now, I will say, again, a lot of people have been having a lot of trouble with Ainsley and the twins and Series 4 having rough faces. This was the first box I picked up. My store had 4 boxes in, and they had literally, like, probably just gone out today. Because every time I called the store prior, they didn't have them in the store, in the back, on the way, anything. Brickseek really wasn't helping at all because they weren't in most systems yet. So I am excited to have actually found them. I wasn't expecting it. I went to town today because I needed to pick up a prescription and some groceries. And boom, there they were. So hype. So from what I can tell just right now, my Naomi has a bit of like glue residue on her forehead, but otherwise, I picked them up and was really surprised. Their eye makeup is very even. There's not dirty spots on their faces, nothing like that. There's a shadow on her chin from her coat, but, they don't actually have anything sloppy about their faces. As far as Veronica goes, again, like her eye makeup was really pretty even. I mean, I was trying to check as much as I could behind her bubble gum. Sorry, there's a lot of glare in there. To see, and her lips looked really good. Again, no dirty spots. I checked the top of the box, looked at their hair. They didn't seem to be missing any plugs. They weren't terribly gappy from what I could tell. Behind her bangs, it's kind of hard to tell. They seemed like they had, a right and left hand, hopefully a right and left foot. You can only check so much in boxes. I usually do, eyebrows even, check. Wings not smeared, check. Lower liner even, check. I'm not too worried if the eyes are even because honestly, like, I know how to pop them back in place. But for a lot of people, that would be a thing. Lips not smudged, lips even. Teeth good, check. Right and left hand, check. Hairline, check. I look at the top of the box and see if there's, like if I can see down and if their hair looks thin in the top or the back. So I do like this whole like 12-point checklist. Like there's so much more to it. I check like so many tiny little details, making sure both earrings are visible. Because I know a lot of people out with Bella. Bella was one of the first ones where people were like, both of her earrings aren't in. So, a lot of checking goes into this, a lot of making sure that I get really, the best ones I can get. Like, obviously, I'm not as picky as a lot of people, but I am still kind of picky. All right, you guys, I'm going to pop this open, and we're going to look at them up close. And, the sad thing, you guys, is even if you wanted to use these little cardboard boxes, because they are kind of cute, this one has the big stupid warning on it. Instead of them putting it on, like, the front of the big box, they put it on here, and so you can't even use that. Which I guess is fine. I didn't want to, but had I, it would have been nice to know that I could. Alright, so I've got them open. We're going to go ahead and snip them out. And I'm just going to go with some small scissors and cut all of these little doodads. And then obviously have to yank their heads out of those stupid little tack. I don't know why they tack their heads. I mean, they already have them held into the boxes so well. It just seems unnecessary. And it's irritating, but... Alright, we're just going to deal with that right quick and I'm going to pop them out of here. Okay, yes, and I haven't taken them out yet. Obviously, I'm going to because I'm about to have another big, like, clothing and stand and accessory sale, like, the day after I film this. So, like, they're going to have to come out. But they do have stands, and they're not even really black. They're kind of in box, almost like a dark purplish, bluish black. You can kind of see the color on that stand right there. And of course they have their combs. Okay, so I will say they do kind of stand up all right by themselves on a flat surface. I wasn't expecting that. I figured with their boots they'd flop right over. Their hair does have gel in it. It's relatively light considering, but it's definitely there. I swear, like, Naomi's holding her hand up like, I wish a bee would. Like, that little fight me hand gesture that people do. She's kind of got that vibe going on. Alright, so her boots are like this kind of iridescent or holographic looking, almost snake print-y. It's more like broken glass. It's very like, sorry, I knocked over my light with my elbow. It's very Catty Noir from Monster High in a way. It's got this broken glass vibe to it, but rainbow, which is crazy. They have a lot of rainbowy iridescent stuff for hating on Rainbow High so much. Alright, so her hand has these crazy long nails. Honestly, I've heard some people saying they would clip them because they don't love them, but I feel like it's just going to leave like a light plastic, like obvious marks. You'd have to repaint it too. She does have 2 rings on this hand. Sorry, I'm trying to get it to like, there we go. 2 rings on that hand. I don't think there's a thumb ring, no. And you can see like her jacket has very iridescent liner, and her outfit really does too. I imagine her purse probably does as well, maybe? Oop, sorry, knocked her over. Okay, yeah, her purse also has that iridescent thing. And these were, like, this iridescence was very popular in Ainsley's clothes as well. Trying to see. Alright, give me just a second to get this off. Okay, you guys. There we go. And so this hand does have 2 rings, one on her pinky and one on her forefinger, and then it also has that thumb ring that I had mentioned. She's really pretty, I will say. Like, the gradient brow from purple to black is really nice. The gradient lip. Honestly, I feel like her eyeshadow is what Ainsley's eyeshadow on the doll should have been. Alright, give me just a second to get her undressed. Here you go. Here's her outfit on her. So, like, they look like little cherub faces. It's such an odd detail, isn't it? But yeah, they look like little cherub faces. I just want to show you guys her dress while it was still on her. Now that I've taken her coat off. Now, I will say, and it's not even like glue. When I say glue residue, it's actually just like hair gel. There is quite a bit of it on her face. Most of it wipes off pretty quickly with just like a makeup wipe, or maybe like a little soap and water scrub. I mean, obviously you don't want to scrub too hard because you don't want to wipe anything off that shouldn't be. But yeah, there's that. And while I have her on this stand, real quick, so her hair colors are black with teal. And I think there's like some dark blue in there and some darker purple. Oh, there's some pink in here, like some fuchsia tone. So her hair has really got this kind of iridescent vibe as well. Like I said, if you really are looking to dye on it, sorry. I really think that, like, with these girls, their hair is pretty dark. It's not going to be the easiest to dye. You're not going to have, like, a ton of color choices. But if you did want to dye it, I think that you could. I think there are some things that will cover this up that are dark enough that you could probably dye over it. You're not going to get, like, a huge change. It's going to be really subtle. But I do think you could do something. All right, let me go ahead and finish undressing her, and then we'll talk about her clothing. And in case anyone is wondering, she has dark blue underpants. Now, I will say, like, you guys have probably noticed, I have my stand-in upside down, but it's because I had the junior highs on here for the other video, and because they're shorter, I needed to be able to move the waist piece lower, so it's still just kind of hanging out like that. It looks like she has some small stains, which she's got black clothing, so it's kind of what you would expect to potentially be there. But just something, if you want to take her clothes off, if you're going to just keep her on display, and maybe just wrap some cling film under there and then put her clothes back on so that it's not directly against her skin. I know a lot of folks said that Ainsley's clothes had the same problem. My Ainsley did not have any staining really that I noticed, but it is potential. So just keep that in mind. Alright, so, like I said, they just, I don't know if you guys can really see the little face detail. It looks like it has little wings coming out of its head. Maybe they're supposed to be like vampires or something? I don't know. Like I said, they look very cherubic. Alright, and here's her skirt. It's kind of got like the cross thing. It's just your typical skirt. And like I've said before in the other videos, I don't feel like this fabric is going to hold up incredibly well with age. Pleather usually doesn't. So kind of just enjoy them while they last, I guess. I really wish they'd come with second outfits, but I guess technically they can wear the stuff that came with Ainsley, so that's a thing. Alright, so the shoes are what we've seen before with Natasha and Mila and some of the others. Just like a soft, like a fabric sock attached to a hard shoe, but there's no like leaky glue grossness like we saw with Natasha's white shoes. And it might have just been like that it was very obvious because they were white, but I feel like it's more than that. Like this, there's not, I don't know, like there's a little spot of glue right here. Alright guys, and then here are the earrings. Again, very iridescent. This one's like a golden blue, this one's like a pink and green. Sorry, I'm trying to be able to pick them up, but like, apparently my hands don't want to work today. I can't really... Okay, so I think it is supposed to be like little vampire cherub baby things. Because those kind of look like vampire wings next to the cherub head on the bottom. I'm not really sure what the tops are supposed to be. Maybe they're just kind of floral. But yeah, so that they are really neat. That is like a cool little detail. Their jackets are lined. But again, like this black satin has a chance of staining. So if you wanted to put, you know, just like a bit of cling film around their arms and then slide the jacket on, that would probably be your safest bet to prevent long-term staining. And the fur really just kind of matches their hair colors. Minus it doesn't have the pink in there. But it's got like the dark blue, the aqua, or like a tealish blue, and then this purple and black. It's nice quality. Like I will say, like this, her outfit overall is very nice quality. Cannot argue with that. So yeah. Now her purse doesn't have a handle. The handle is this little shadow high glove. It's a nice embroider. There's like a fake crocodile skin. Let's see. Does this even open? It does. Yeah. Okay. I think that's just folded paper in there. It's really not anything. Yeah, it's just folded paper, nothing else. But that's cool though. Their purses are usable. Like if you had a little doll cell phone or makeup case, you could slide it in there and it would be usable. Another really, really nice detail. I will say that. I can't even argue that the fact that this stuff is beautifully made and really well detailed. Alright, you guys, so that is Veronica. Naomi. Let me tell you, so to me, she looks like a Veronica and the other one looks like a Naomi. So that's why my brain keeps confusing their names. So if you hear me do that, like, please forgive me. But my brain just says, no, that's not right, even though it obviously is. As far as her hair thickness, I did want to address that. From what I can tell, it feels really thick. I mean, could they fit some of those rows close together? Maybe, but I don't think it's bad at all. Like, I think that this is, you know, this is reasonable thickness compared to some of the others that we've seen lately. I just want to say, this is a normal thickness to me. Do I wish they would stop with the nasty, crusty hair gel? Absolutely. It's not holding the curls in like y'all think it would. It's just making them clumpy and stringy and gross. And for the dolls that come with a ton of hair gel in, even when you wash it out, their hair just remains like sticky and disgusting. Alright, you guys, so let's set Naomi aside and we'll take a look at Veronica here. Alright, you guys, so breaking it down, Veronica, I just want to say, like, her bangs being curled and cut are so much better cut than a lot of the other girls. Like, a lot of times when you get the ones where their bangs are kind of straight, they're glued to their forehead and cut crooked as crap. So I feel like if Shadow High / Rainbow High wanted to keep doing bangs, they should stick to doing them like this. Because I don't know if that everybody else's, but this is probably the nicest that I've seen as far as bangs or / fringe go on one of these dolls. Alright, so again, starting with the fingers, they've got all these little delicate rings on. She's got like the thumb ring and the forefinger on the pinky on that hand, and this hand has the same. I think it's like, yeah, like more like middle finger on this one. And her nails are pink, whereas her sister's were purple. And then they've got the black little whatever, I guess that's supposed to be. I don't know. I don't understand like their fingernails really, but they're cool. They're like a cool detail. They're really neat. I bite my nails terribly in real life. It started when I was a makeup artist because I couldn't have long nails on shoots, and like I'd clip them really short, and then when my anxiety got worse and I quit smoking, I started biting them because I don't know. It's gross. Don't do that. Anyway, so here are her shoes, which are so sick. Like, I love the spikes. I love the iridescent purple. It's a really nice touch. And then she's got these iridescent black pleather leggings. Like, these easily could be switched out with some of the stuff that Ainsley has. So I do think that that's a thing. Like, even though these guys don't come with second outfits each for them, you could swap them with some of Ainsley's stuff. Alright, and again, the purse opens. Yeah, there's a little tissue paper stuffing in there. But you could actually just put, like, doll makeup or a doll cell phone in there. This purse is so freaking cool, though. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a doll purse this cool before. I just want to get that out there. Alright, and then the skirt, really, really, really cute. It's got sequins. It's kind of like a gothy version of Bella's. Now, the jacket is what I don't love. Alright, I could deal with the fact that, you know, it doesn't close. And it's got this big ribbon right here. She does have a kind of cool looking shirt with the S and the H on it. I'll see more of that here in a minute. But this, whatever this chicken feather junk is that they keep using, like, this is the same stuff that Natasha had on her dress. I think it's called like eyelash yarn or something like that. I don't love it. It's really bulky and it doesn't really look very good. But it's not the worst possible thing that could happen. Alright. And then her earrings. Mine look like they got a little bit of the pearl paint up on the other parts. Maybe I can scrape that off. We'll see. This one is the S. There you go. That's better. And that means that this one should be, yep, an H. And again, the H is like that. Well, this one's actually kind of the purple and yellow, whereas this one's kind of the pink and green. The hair, same colors, pretty much. Sorry, I accidentally popped off of that. Wow, I didn't even finish getting all the plastic off the back of her head. I am curious about taking her pigtails down, but I can say for now, her hair feels really thick. I don't feel any bald gaps, anything like that. It does feel very thick. She's got these cute little hair ties in. And then she's got the purple iridescent spiked headband, which honestly, if you really wanted to zhuzh up your crystal, some of this like purple iridescent stuff could go well on her. Alright, so I'm going to plop her back on the stand right quick, strip her down so you guys can see that, and then we'll also explore her bubble gum here in a second. You guys got her stripped down. She's got the purple underpants, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but she also has just a very light amount of gel in her hair. Weirdly enough, none in her bangs. That was kind of a nice treat, but there is some in the end of her pigtails. Okay, let's go over this. Starting with her top, it is very much like a black version of Margot's swimsuit top. I think it's really similar, if I remember correctly, in design to that. I do love the iridescence. It's not just like black garbage bag plastic. It's got that shine to it. I think it really elevates it more than if it was plain. Here are her little socks. Mine are sewn a little crooked, but not the end of the world. And the skirt. This is a really great mixture of blue and purple with the black sequins and the little silver shadow high buttons. You get some little shiny threads in there. This is actually more nicely made and like a nicer feeling fabric than what Bella has. Her skirt feels very stiff and cheap in comparison to this. So I will say there is like an upgrade in fabrics from what it feels like. This, and I don't think you can take it off, so you're just stuck with like really ugly sleeves. But that somebody might like it. That's what counts. Somebody out there probably does. All right, you've got the satin lining, satin ribbon to tie it close to the top. Like, this jacket's really well made, I would think. You know, like, the sewing could use... Look, sewing anything this small cannot be easy. Especially when you're doing it a billion times a day and you're in a hurry. But the jacket's not really to my taste, but it's not the worst. Alright, here's a better look at her little hair bows. And the little gemstone in the middle is iridescent with the black ribbons. And they're on some rubber bands, so that's really cute. Quicker look at the earrings. This purse is so everything. I love it. I didn't think I would when I saw it originally, but like, it's too cute. The headband was actually sewn to her hair, so I had to clip it. Let me explain why that's such a butt. I get it. It keeps it from coming off, and it's great for small kids. But goodness forbid you need it off. You have to, like, nervously sit there and try to trim the threads without clipping her hair. Alright, so it's got some spots where, like, the iridescent stuff doesn't come all the way to the edge, but it's not really noticeable. It's not going to be noticeable when it's in her hair. As far as her shoes go, I'm pretty sure they both had heels when I was filming all the way around her a while ago. So I think it may have popped off while I was undressing her. But this is not the first time this has happened. Honestly, like, looking at this one, it's supposed to be all one piece, I'm pretty sure. So I think this just pops on, maybe, or over this little piece, yeah. So hopefully it's just popped off while I was undressing her, and it's probably in my floor under my desk right now. Which is gross because we have super dark brown carpet, so it's really hard to find anything like dark colored on it without like a searchlight and a prayer. Alright, so now the bubble gum is... It's hard but squishy at the same time and really iridescent. Some folks said it pulled right out for them. Some said theirs had a ton of glue. Oh! And it would not come out. Mine, obviously... My bad. Considering I was pulling with just one hand while filming with the other, I would say it came out pretty easily. I don't have the strongest hands because of arthritis, so obviously I couldn't tug particularly hard. Mine did not seem to have a lot of glue. So that's interesting. I have seen someone do... Sorry, let me sit them back up right quick while I'm talking. Okay, fine, we'll just sit you down. I have seen someone do a thing, I gotta remember who it is, and I will try to link it down below. They actually took the steps, they filled in the hole, sanded it down, and then repainted the lips. I do think that's doable. If I decide to give it a try, I will definitely film it for you guys. I don't know that I'll do it on my first Veronica. If I do get a second set of twins, which, like I said, when I come back from vacation, I might, just out of boredom, but I might try to figure out an easier way to fill it in. Theirs looked really good, considering, like, that... I shouldn't even say considering, like, theirs looked really good, period. But considering they shouldn't even have to, like, I get that there was no better way. And this is the funny thing, right? If you owned, what was it? There was, like, a Monster High, like a Sports Claudine, and Zombie Gaga had it, and I think, is it Frankie? One of the Frankies. It was the one where they were, like, dressing up as the other ones, like the Freaky Fusion, where they were, like, inspired by somebody, and she was inspired by Claudine, and she was wearing something like that, and she had, like, some fake little werewolf teeth in her mouth. They all had this hole, but specifically for Zombie Gaga and Sports Claudine, they had bubble gum, and it plugged in that hole. And all of us were like, oh, well, hopefully it's like that, hopefully it's like that. But with these dolls being a much larger scale than Rainbow High Heads, the hole is much larger because the gum needs to be much larger to be in scale. And that's where the problem comes in. Like, this is the hole we were all hoping for, and then we saw it and we were like, oh no. Oh no, no, no. And a lot of people were like, oh, I wish they had done magnets, but obviously because these are aimed for children, that is not possible. So I do think that if I filled in the hole, I might go in from the inside to fill it in versus the outside. I'm not even sure if that's like possible. I don't know. I think it'd be really hard either way. But her eyeshadow is so pretty, you guys. Like, honestly. I almost hate that she has bangs, but the good news is her bangs look to be second row rooted, which means if you hate them, you should be able to pull them out without any problems, without it leaving like gaps on the front line. Wow, that rooting job is cray. I would definitely always check all the way down first. I tend to take like a comb or like a toothpick or anything small and kind of run it in between the first rooting line and the second. If the bangs all pull back, then I know it's safe to take them out. Sometimes you can even just tell from like looking underneath if they'll be safe. I'm not going to do it to this first one because obviously I try to keep my first ones as is. But if I get a second one, I'm probably going to fill in that hole and take her bangs out. So look forward to that in the future. All right, guys, I'm going to dress her back up right quick. Okay, you guys, so I'd love to hear your thoughts on these guys. If you want to see more pictures of them, especially later, because I'll probably, you know, take a ton of pictures of them. They're really gorgeous. Check me out on Instagram, which I'll link down below. And if you enjoy these videos, like, share, subscribe, follow, all of that. Bells for notifications. I can't remember all of it. All of that stuff, though. And definitely drop down in the comments and tell me what you guys think of the twins. Like I said, did you get them? Are you still looking? Do you plan on getting them? What do you think of the price? I feel like $70 in itself is just a really big chunk to bite off all at one time. And I think that's what's kind of putting people off. Do I think that if they were separate for $35, would I pay for them? Yes. Do I think that that should be taken as encouragement to MGA to start upping the prices of dolls? No. Please calm down. Please. They're pumping them out so fast. Like, I haven't even had a chance to enjoy Pacific Coast yet. Like, I have them all, but I haven't really been able to just sit down and look at all their pieces and enjoy them. It was very much a get them unboxed, get them dyed, get them thrown up on the shelves. All right, now the junior highs are out, and now, you know, this is out and that is out. So much stuff has come out. I haven't really had a chance to just really enjoy them. I don't know, you guys. Like, maybe I mean, obviously you don't have to get stuff as soon as it comes out unless you're a YouTuber, because then you kind of do. And you don't have to get every single doll that comes out if you're not vibing with every single doll, unless you have a completionist brain and you can't help it, because then you do. But I honestly super duper admire the people who are like, I am only going to buy a handful of them, only the ones I genuinely enjoy. But in my brain, I enjoy all of them. I had the same problem with OMG, where like I was like, oh, it looks alright. And then I would get it and I'd be like, man, this is amazing in person. Like, these are beautiful. So yeah, I end up buying all of them because I'm like that. I am going to redress these girls right quick just to show you what they look like in anything other than what they're wearing. I don't know if I have a lot of clothes that'll look good on them, but let's see what I can find, because I don't really love Veronica's outfit. I really kind of think if I swapped their shoes, I'd like them better. I don't know. No, I probably wouldn't like those boots with Veronica's outfit. I don't know. Give me a second. So here's the first outfit remix that I decided to do. Veronica is wearing Chanel's shoes, skirt, and hair bow. The top is one from Crystal. Ignore the missing straps. They basically just shredded. So like I'm planning on putting maybe like a new one on there to make a cute halter. And then on Naomi, we've got one of Ainsley's dresses with Veronica's shoes and hair ties. This is really cute, but I'm not 100% about it, so I'm going to try on something else. And, okay, so for the second redress, I ended up just throwing Naomi in, I think it's Mila's tights and Jules' second outfit, the coat, the top, the skirt, and the shoes. Really, just because it goes so well with the teal streak in her hair. So it made sense. And then on Veronica, she still has in Chanel's hair bow, and she has Chanel's second top, I think it is. No, first top? I can't even remember. Yeah. Chanel came in a dress, right? So it's second top. And then she has on Ainsley's jacket, a pair of Barbie extra pants, and I think those are Ainsley's white striped boots. That seems right. Or maybe it's one of the rock stars. You know what? It's 2 in the morning and I'm just like really tired. So I think it might be the rock stars, judging by the heels. And these are cute, but I'm still not 100% sold. Kind of loving Naomi in, I think it was Holly's dress with her own boots. It's not a perfect match, but it's cute. It really is. In the end, I think I'll probably go with the Ainsley dress, the first dress that I put her in. And then, of course, here is Veronica. She's got her top. The skirt is a Shibajuku girl's top, I do believe. And then she's got her own boots or her own socks and Chanel's shoes. Which I really just kind of put those shoes because it went with the hair bow, but I'm not 100% sure I'm loving them. But I'll also probably either stick her in the first outfit or in the pants outfit with Ainsley's coat and Chanel's top. Not really sure which one I'm loving best right now, but out of the clothes that they didn't come with, those are my favorites. Okay, you guys. Okay, final decision. It took me a while to make up my mind, but I decided to put Veronica in Laurel's outfit with Chanel's shoes and hair bow, and I put Naomi in Ainsley's dress with her own shoes. And yeah, and Veronica's hair ties. But I might end up at some point adding a little bit of jewelry to them both, because especially with Naomi, she's a bit dressed down without any jewelry. But for now I'm wrapping it up. Okay, this final decision, I swear. Alright, you guys, so I'd love to know what you thought, if you had an outfit preference. Did you get the twins? Have you found them yet? Are you still looking? You know, if you haven't gotten them, do you plan on it? What do you think about the prices? Do you think that they're worth it if you have gotten them and opened them up? I like them. I just want to say, like, I've had a lot of complaints about Rainbow High, and like I said, I'm a huge fan. I buy at least 2 of every character, but I obviously will also voice complaints because I'm not simping for MGA. They don't pay me, so even if they did, no. But seriously, all joking aside, I wouldn't. I like to be honest with my reviews, and I genuinely enjoyed these. I genuinely enjoyed most of the outfit pieces. I kind of wish they'd done something cuter with Veronica's coat, but I think that's really the only piece where I was like, everything else I really, really liked. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I am going to go get ready for tomorrow's, and by tomorrow I mean the day after I record this, not the day after I post it, doll sale that I have going on Instagram, because that's a whole lot going on. And I will see you guys next week when we will do the it's the Rainbow High Junior High dyed reveal. Alright, you guys, I'll see you then.